I am convinced that this might be our year. I'm not saying it is, but it's looking really, really, really good. What's up, guys? This is Preston here, and this is the San Francisco 49ers versus Buffalo Bills Sunday night football game review. And we won it 10 to 35. What a performance in the snow. This was a great performance in the snow from our offensive line, our defense, and yeah, just great performance. So yeah, so we had a great good time when it comes to running the football. It started off slow on our first drive. Um and then San Francisco, they kicked a field goal on their first drive, and then we were able to drive down the field running the football. James Cook had over 100 yards in the first half. Um, but yeah, and then we scored on like then we scored with a rushing touchdown by Ray Davis. And yeah, this night was last night was fun to be a Bills fan for reasons like Um, for one thing, we are clinched in the playoffs, and along with that, we have clinched the AFC East title for the fifth consecutive year in a row. Man, this time last year, we were just talking about if we're even going to make the playoffs. Because last year around this time, we were like I think we were 6-6 at this time last year. So man, it feels so good to clinch the AFC East title early, to clinch our way in the playoffs early. Just feels really good. But we're not done there. We still got games left to go in the regular season. We got the Rams, we got the Detroit Lions, we got the Patriots, Jets, and then the Patriots again. So the last three games of the regular season for us are all AFC East rivalry games. And yeah, guys, so going to go ahead and pull up the stats. And last night for Josh Allen, historical. He is the number one Buffalo Bills player that has the most touchdowns in Buffalo Bills history in Bills franchise. So, man, as a Josh Allen fan, just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, guys. Um, Man, he even made some incredible plays. That one play to one receiving to Curtis Samuel. Well, what one? He passed it to Amari Cooper, and then Amari Cooper decided to give it back to Josh Allen and let Josh Allen go into the end zone. This was like the first game that Josh Allen had a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a passing touchdown. Incredible, so incredible. So, just want to bring that up there. So now I'm going to pull up the stats. Josh Allen only incompleted four passes. He completed 13 out of his 17 passes, 148 yards, two touchdowns. Uh, so two touchdowns. One was a passing and there were two rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen did run it in. Did run it in. Then we have James Cook and Ray Davis. Uh, James Cook had 14 carries for 107 yards. Ray Davis had 11 carries for 63 yards. Ty Johnson 5 for 28. Josh Allen 3 for 18. Curtis Samuel 1 for 7. Dawson Knox was the leading in reception yards, 2 receptions for 56. Khalil Shakir 4 for 30. Quentin Morris 1 for 14. James Cook with a receiving is 1 for 13. Amari Cooper 3 for 12, which keep in mind he was the one that passed it over to Josh Allen, let Josh Allen get into the touchdown for his receiving touchdown, which that was amazing to see. So yeah, then we have Matt Collins 1 for 7 with that passing touchdown. Then Ray Davis 1 for 4. Now let's get down to our defense. Defensively, we played well. We played well on the defensive side of the ball. The only thing I gotta say for special teams was there was some kickoff returns where our special teams coverage wasn't that great. That allowed Deebo Samuel to get down the field, and that's how they were able to score that one touchdown they had. The Niners and the San Francisco 49ers, they weren't good out. They didn't really weren't good at all. They looked out of sync. Their offense wasn't good. Well, when Christian McCaffrey was still playing, unfortunately, for Christian McCaffrey, he was out early with an injury. I believe it was his knee. So yeah, I mean Christian McCaffrey, he's seven carries for 53 yards. And honestly, if Christian McCaffrey was still playing, this game would have been closer than what it is because early on we had a little bit of a difficult time stopping the run. Well, not we didn't really. It wasn't really that bad stopping Christian McCaffrey, but then as soon as Christian McCaffrey, I think just as soon as Christian McCaffrey's injury happened, I think this team's momentum just went out the door. Like like Brock Purdy wasn't able to complete his passes. Well, he had 11 to 18 for 94 yards, which when it comes to snow games, I mean you're gonna get low results. So yeah, the two turnovers were both fumbles, and were both fumble recoveries from us. So yeah, so we got for leading in reception was Juwan Jennings 3 for 56, Debo Samuel 4 for 20, Christian McCaffrey 2 for 14, George Kittle 1 for 7. So yeah, and then their defense didn't do a thing. So yeah, overall, guys, for Niners, they didn't really play that well. They just weren't. I just think they weren't used to snow games because I saw them tripping, slipping. They looked out of sync. They just didn't look well. And the snow, that was another part of our home field advantage last night. That shows it. That shows it. And as soon as Christian McCaffrey's injury happened, I think all of his team's momentum just went out the window. And keep in mind, guys, this team is not good in the red zone, and they showed it last night as well. Like as soon as they get past into Buffalo Bills territory, they just they just choked. They choke in Buffalo Bills territory. Like that's the truth, guys. When they get to their own get to the Buffalo Bills end zone, trying to get to their red zone, they stall out, they turn over the ball. They are just really not good when it comes to being in the red zone. So yeah, I mean now the Niners are currently 5-7 as of this loss. And yeah, so just telling you guys from what I see from the Niners. But again, as a Bills fan, I am it was a fun night last night. Obviously, like I said, we clinched the AFC East for the fifth straight year in a row. Josh Allen now is the most touchdowns in Buffalo Bills history. Most touchdowns by a Buffalo Bills player in the history of this franchise. Incredible. Just all overall, guys, our offensive line played really well. Dion Dawkins, I gotta say, Dion Dawkins, monster game from Dion Dawkins, man. He had a phenomenal game. Like I said, our offensive line played really well. Like we were able to make plays, just really just phenomenal. We were able to wear the San Francisco 49ers defense down and just did what we do. So just overall, guys, in conclusion, great game from us. Um, special teams coverage wasn't really, when it comes to special teams coverage. We were able to force a fumble, but there were two drives where, other than those two drives, I think special teams was decent. So yeah, so we got the win. Tyler Bass, he did a field goal attempt, but he didn't make it. I mean it's in snowy weather. So I'll give that a pass. So final score 10 San Francisco, 35 Buffalo. We have the Los Angeles Rams next week. I'm predicting us to win that one. And then after that, we got the Detroit Lions, and that is going to be a fun game to watch, man. Like, everyone's been wanting a Detroit Lions and Buffalo Bills Super Bowl, and I would love that. I would love to see the Bills. Of course, I would love to see the Bills in the Super Bowl against the Detroit Lions. That would be one of the best ones we have seen in a bit. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to see what happens. Like I said in the intro, this might be our year. I'm not saying it is. This might. It might be. I'm not sure, but this might be our year. There's a good chance we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and this team is putting a smile to my face. Like, this team is doing better, way better, better than I expected this year. Like, at this point, I did not expect this team to go 10-2 as of right now, and I predicted this team to go 11-6 this year. Keep in mind, 11-6. They're already at 10 wins. And I think we're capable of reaching 14 wins. 14 wins. I think we're capable of reaching that. So, but I do expect, I do predict another loss to happen. Maybe two. At least, I think we'll at least have 13 wins. The number one seed is right there. I just hope the Chiefs, just hope the Chiefs lose a game or two, so that way we can if we're in a tiebreaker, we can have the advantage and get the 1 seed. So, yeah, guys, that's it for this Buffalo Bills game review. Overall, guys, great performance. Fun night to be a Bills fan, that was for sure. Um, and we clinched the AFC East. Let's go. So, yeah, feels really good to clinch the AFC East early. Um, so yeah, good game overall. Great game. From our offensive line. Just great game, guys. Just great game. And, you know, forgot to mention our one sack was from Gregory Rousseau, man. Gregory Rousseau. And like I said, that defensive line did good too. So overall, guys, just good performance, great performance. And yeah, guys, now on to Los Angeles next week. So anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.